A major WWE prospect debuts a new name and a new look. NXT Halloween Havoc is returning this month. And why did a top WWE star get their bizarre merch request denied? Find out why in a little bit. It's brilliant. 2.0 rumbles on. We've kind of the trail of new debuts has sort of dipped.
Yeah, we're
from
in this
the
kind
start.
of like little kind of handle, aren't we?
Yeah, we were meant. It went woof, and this week we only had like the one. Just the one. And it was a good one, though, because it was...
He was shaking my head. We only had one.
We only had the one debut.
We only had the one. Pathetic.
Absolutely livid. Don't want to bother watching. This is a major WWE prospect, Parker Boudreaux. So a lot of people cited him as the next Brock Lesnar because he looks like a bit like Brock
just
Lesnar.
A little bit. He's stacked. He's 6'4". He's huge, man.
And he was cited and scouted by Paul Heyman.
Oh,
so that's
you know what's coming. It's going to be a custody of Paul ladder match.
Dominic. So it's him, Roman Reigns.
Dominic's reffing it. He's been in that situation before. He knows how stressful it is.
Been here before, my friends. So the first time on WWE TV, we get a look at Parker Boudreaux, and it was after Joe Gacy's match with Ike Manjiro. As Gacy's leaving, he suddenly goes, "What are you doing here?" And there is Parker Boudreaux in the crowd, bald.
Ooh,
new look.
Shaven clean?
He's shaven completely clean.
Smooth or down to the hair?
All gone.
Smooth.
All gone. Smooth as a baby's batoon is that boy now. And we didn't get him named per se, but we do know that this is the first time we're seeing him as Haaland or Gunnar Haaland.
Gunnar Haaland.
I guess Parker Boudreaux might be somewhat difficult to spell.
If they use their real names, then we don't own them. That's kind of the way I think about it now. Every single person that comes in that company, unless they're already a world-established name, they will change their names because they simply then own them.
That makes more sense.
And if you're young and then you leave them being very successful, you've got to change your name.
And also, you shave his head because you've already got Brock Lesnar on the books.
Yeah, and you don't want too many comparisons to him ahead of the custody of Paul ladder match that's eventually going to happen in about 10 years. Brock's halfway up the ladder going, "Where the is Sable?" No, but seriously, he is one of the most exciting prospects for me. I can't wait to see him get going. I can't wait to see where he's going to go. I feel sort of like they're going to bring him in and he's going to dominate. Yeah. Like he's going to come in with a huge shock victory and then just run roughshod over the entire wing.
Oh yeah, he'll blitz through everybody.
Yeah.
And whilst he's doing that, he'll grow his hair back. So when he gets onto the main roster, him and Brock Lesnar can do the Spider-Man move.
What he can do is when Brock doesn't want to be there.
Yes! Why is Brock Lesnar only wrestling at a distance this week?
Do you remember sitcoms and then tonight the role of Brock Lesnar will be played by Gunnar Haaland?
Yeah, it's just draft him in. That's an amazing idea. That's very, very forward thinking. NXT also announced last night, via the mouth of Tommaso Ciampa, that Halloween Havoc is back this month. Now, I loved Halloween Havoc when they did it last year.
I just love Halloween Havoc. So any further Halloween Havocs, absolutely.
Double down on the stupid for Halloween Havoc, and they will on October the 26th. And Ciampa said, "Hey, I want to face somebody at that show." And obviously, here comes old Bron Breakker.
Yes.
So the match is set. Ciampa's accepted it. Main event of Halloween Havoc will be Ciampa versus Breakker for the NXT title.
Two big lads slapping big lad.
Or
slaps.
will we?
Oh, okay.
Because next week Joe Gacy has a match with Ciampa, non-title. Gacy wins, he gets added to the match.
Oh.
I don't think he's being added to the match.
What happens if he is though? What happens if he's just a huge, different, weird shock and we all get swerved?
I guess if Gacy's in the match, you could then have Ciampa retain without Breakker taking the pinfall.
Yeah,
because I don't know whether they'll put the belt on Breakker right away.
This is the type of thing I was thinking for Gunnar Haaland. I think you keep trying to call him Gunnar Haaland now. Maybe he would come in and just take the belt. And it would be like, what?
Yoing.
And so I guess the same for Bron Breakker. If he takes the belt, it's like, what? And then where do you go from there, right?
First match in, have the belt. We'll find out. But Bron Breakker versus Ciampa, possibly versus Joe Gacy, headlining Halloween Havoc. Full NXT results at Cultaholic.com. By the way, heading over to SmackDown, but they're on Raw now, aren't they? The Mysterio family.
They can go to Raw and they can cheat their way through babyface victories there.
Well, Rey Mysterio is celebrating moving to Monday Night Raw by being out of action for an undisclosed amount of time. Dominic Mysterio did speak to Ryan Satin on Out of Character, talking about what we will inevitably see, which is Dominic take the Rey Mysterio name forward.
Yeah. So, just for anybody who doesn't know, Rey Mysterio's name is not Rey, and Rey.
What?
Rey isn't. The name Rey. It's not like Rey from down the Chippy. Rey means king, like Rey Fenix, right? Rey Mysterio, King Mysterio.
I saw that Rey Mysterio in here last week. He bought cotton chips and came in for a pint.
But obviously Rey owns at least part of that, if not all of that, because he got that name from his uncle. So we have that kind of Rey Mysterio lineage, and in Mexican wrestling tradition, the son will take on either El Hijo del or a junior, but now it'll be Rey Mysterio Jr., Rey Mysterio 3, could it be? What would it be?
Ooh, Rey Mysterio... I think quite like Rey Mysterio 3.
So Dominic
Rey Mysterio the third.
He says that's the
Rey
legacy
Mysterio
with
the third.
That's the long goal here. The end game is to eventually take over the Rey Mysterio name. That's the legacy with it. He's Rey Mysterio. It's only right to make a junior, traditionally in lucha culture, and in Hispanic culture, that's tradition. That's what you do. I just kind of showed up, and Dom Mysterio organically happened, and everything happened so fast. We didn't really get a chance to put these little things together, but we definitely talked about it. He's mentioned before the mask's something I have to earn along with the name, and if one day he wants to pass it on to me after he retires, or he wants to make me earn it after he retires or something, whatever it is, I'm up for it. I know the name belongs to me, and it's only right. Hispanically, culturally, it's only right, but whatever he wants at the end of the day, because he's the one that made it what it is, I'll respect his decision, whatever it is.
Dominic Mysterio.
I do know that Rey also owns the copyright for Principe Mysterio. I think
because we thought for a while he'd be Principe Mysterio, which is, I believe, Headmaster Mysterio in
it's
Spanish.
like, so you'll have like Prince Mysterio and then King Mysterio, so maybe it'll start with that.
Maybe.
But one day it would not, shock me if we do have Dominic as Rey Mysterio.
It is, after all, his Boyaka birthright. Last night I was on a press call with Impact Wrestling, which was nice. I had a nice chat with Gail Kim, Mickie James and Deonna Purrazzo, and got to ask them a little bit more about the new championship for Impact Wrestling, the Impact Digital Media Championship. As it's, we need a new name. We need a new name.
The name kind of sums it up, though, doesn't it? Because they can't be like the YouTube championship, they can't be like the Twitter champ, because what if those companies...
Internet!
What if I know they could say internet, and it does make more sense, but there are internet titles out there, maybe they don't want to use that name, but at the same time, this means it can be defended on TikTok. Yeah.
Oh my God, matches in 12 seconds.
TikTok, yeah. And it can be defended on Instagram, yeah. And it can be defended on,
Impact Plus.
Twitter Reels or whatever they're called, yeah. But, it means that this can be defended on, I'd imagine, iPay-per-view, various companies, no matter what it is, so long as it's an internet broadcast, then I feel, or it's a part of some form of digital media production, then it can be defended.
It will also be intergender. Ooh. As confirmed by Gail Kim last night, who said that the title will be an intergender belt that both Mickie James and Deonna Purrazzo want to have a crack at some point.
Good.
So it's good. They're very excited about it because, Deonna even said, like, Impact Wrestling have done intergender wrestling before, and it's great that there's a bit more of a spotlight on it with a belt like this. I'm down for it. Because you've got so many wrestlers who could potentially be great internet-based champions, so digital media champions.
This is the only thing where I worry, and it's like, please just do not treat it like WWE treat the 24/7 title, because that started off as this is really fun. And now it's quickly used to kind of force a little bit of a match extension before an advert when they're running a bit too quick for the show. And it's like, quickly go out there, run around the ring for 5. There you go. Oh, there's 40 of you. What's happening? Oh, he's run off with the belt.
Gail Kim, when talking about intergender titles, did reference the 24/7 title.
Yeah.
That's a worry.
It's all in the presentation, right? Because the 24/7 title was really fun to begin with, but it just kind of now it's only really used as a way to fill time.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Men and women fighting for the Digital Media Championship. But what about big meaty men slapping meat?
Oh.
That's what we all...
Oh, that's more Vince's thing, right?
It's good, you know what, pal. So this comes from an episode of the New Day podcast where Big E got very excited talking about his dream match against Goldberg, saying he doesn't want any 5-star classic and moonsaults. He says just big, meaty men slapping me. And they all just fall about laughing. And this was the point of conversation when Big E spoke to Connor Casey of comicbook.com. And he was asked if there was any big, meaty men merchandise coming out.
I'm surprised there hasn't been.
Well, there's a bit of a stopper to that, because Big E has said we need to.
Are you telling me that big, meaty men slapping me is not Vince's thing?
This Big E says we haven't had any big, meaty men slapping meat merch yet because legal will not clear it.
Why? Why?
Big E saying that the legal team at WWE feel uncomfortable about releasing a t-shirt that says big, meaty men slapping meat.
Legal team, if you're watching this, right, release it. Release it!
Release it!
Unless
I'll have you!
Unless the design's like crazy vulgar, which it can't be.
No, of course not.
It's a wrestling t-shirt, right?
I would happily wear a t-shirt that said big meaty men slapping me to maybe a wedding.
Yeah.
Or, you know, out for a pint with my dad, with his mates. I'd happily wear that
t-shirt. Like most girls' shirt and stuff. And it's you know, people will buy it.
Yeah.
Give me the big meaty men slapping meat merch now.
Let me wear a big meaty men slapping meat t-shirt to the Red Hill Social Club on Christmas Day. You absolute cowards!
And that design better be moist looking.
Oh yeah, I want like the AJ Styles shirt from TNA.
It's got to be like, you know, they're not just big and meaty, they're sweaty as well. They're slapping their meat.
Oh my gosh, that's quite exciting. Twitch.tv/Cultaholic. It's football day, FIFAlicious with Ross at 1, and then Football Manager with Jack and Owen at 6. And on the YouTube channel, watch Sam and Ross watch Surviving the... Survive the Undertaker? Escape the Undertaker.
Yes, the all-new Netflix interactive movie game where you are the New Day and you have to control all of their choices, like a choose-your-own-adventure book, and you have to go into break into the Undertaker's house, and you've got to steal his urn and get out. But we nearly killed the New Day like 3 times. Sorry, guys.
watch and play along at youtube.com/Cultaholic. Have a great day. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.